Hello. Long time no see, weirdos. Long. Oops. Sorry, I think I just unmuted the Twitch stream there for just half a second. But yeah, long time no see. How are you doing? I'm really stoked to be back painting miniatures on stream with you guys. And yes, yay puppets! We're gonna actually I should glue this on. Nah, maybe this is fine. This is flexible. Yeah, like as you might remember, I like to put miniatures on corks. There are a lot of people with their professional miniature holders or just using the base. Sometimes I paint miniatures just sticking to a base too, but it's nice to, especially when the miniature is kind of small like this, it's nice to have something to hold on to so you don't risk getting smudging paint on all that work you've done. And I mean, I guess corks give you an excuse to drink nice drinks, right? Not surprised that you're the first one to comment. Nice, really nice to have you here, McBluff. Yes, puppets, indeed. McBluff says, I'm doing all right. Graduated high school since last. Wow, congratulations. Well done. Awesome. Realized that today is 56 days to my 18th, so a lot going on. Wow, cool. That is really cool. Well done. I'm pretty good. Yeah, it's been pretty hot in Sweden, and today is, however, traditional rainy, cool Swedish weather. So that's fine for being inside and painting miniatures. But yeah, we've got these twisted alternatives. Puppets. Wait, are we mirrored? So twisted. Thank you. Twisted alternatives. Puppetpocalypse. Managed to say that one properly. Pre-assembled and really cool, really cute, or ferocious looking alternative miniatures for Malifaux. And previously on the stream, we've painted the Puppet Pale Rider, or the one called War, and that was a lot of fun. And today we are going to be painting Conquest, the counts as mechanical rider for the Arcanists. Our little word child is growing up so fast. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a draw? Twistle. When you never born Scarecrow PC. You're drawing a Twistle? Soon I'll no longer be unicorn. Yeah. I mean, like Malifaux, Twisted Alternatives, Puppetpocalypse. Somehow, like, you're gonna twist your tongue in there somewhere, right? And yeah, so looking at this miniature, we have, if we want to paint it as the box art, which is what I'm kind of leaning towards, we've got a pretty gray puppet and horse puppet, and we've got some metals and the chain, the sort of hoof of the the horse, and the spear, and we got some really cool blue fire. I'm thinking we'll start off by just base coating the metals and maybe giving that a black wash, and then we'll paint the like skin, sack, weave, thingy parts of our little puppet. Hi, under construction, welcome. Nice being back, nice seeing you here. We are starting off the weird paint streams of this third quarter with Conquest. Little puppet. Currently looking very dark on the screen here, but we'll get some paint on her. I've undercoated her with a black spray, but then also gave the miniature a little bit of a gray dusting from above, because we'll mainly paint it gray. Hello, Goslado. Nice seeing everyone again. How are you doing? How are you doing, Goslado? And how are you doing under construction? Welcome back. Oh, the picture just got really sharp, so that's nice. So I'm just base coating this with Citadel Lead Belcher. Bit out of sources, just got home from vacation. That's nice. Hey, yeah, I think I remember seeing some vacation pictures. Were you in Scotland, or where were you? Nice. What do you do in Scotland? I'm in Scotland now and then too. The Swedish team did go to the Six Nations event. We got our asses handed to us. We came last. So we're the sixth nation, I guess. And at least we put up a fight. We weren't, it was never really a walkover. We won a bunch of games. It was fun. I didn't feel super confident before the event. Like, I'd practiced some guild, but I didn't quite feel like I had it down. But it was a lot of fun. And all my opponents were such a blast to play against. They were so nice. One that beat me the most, let's see, wait. Braddock beat me quite soundly with Von Schill, and it was just such a lovely guy, so it's just smiling anyway. Like, woo! It's a lot of fun. First in our hearts. That's nice. Thank you. I'm glad you had a good time in Scotland. Under construction is good. Been working on things right now. Don't know what I'll get up to next paint-wise. Well, off stream personally, I'm painting some Elder Guardians. But I've also prepped Bayou Survivor for my rail crew. And started painting Sparks. I'm also gonna start building my mechanical pork chop. I used to play quite a lot of Mayfang in second edition. I think she's fun in third too, and I feel like Like, I'm back an Arcanist now, so I'm planning to play some Mei Feng when I get Sparks, Survivor, Mecha Pig painted. Also need to paint Willy. I never ever got around to painting Willy. Taurus tasting at 14 distilleries. Drank a lot of whiskey and ate a lot of haggis. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go to Scotland again, visiting my sister together with my girlfriend. What was the best distillery or top 3, like, if you wanna? Okay, so I'm watching this with some black wash. Ink would be fine. There we go. I'm gonna let that dry and just paint. Oops, there was a little bit of metal there that hadn't quite dried. I was a little bit too eager getting back to it. Yeah. Did you like the haggis? I've only ever had the vegan haggis, which is like, I guess, could you even call it haggis? I don't know. Hard at work with art and animation. Think getting back more into Malifart soon. Miss it so. Yeah. So, what are you working on animation-wise right now? Yeah, the vegan haggis I tried was pretty good. We got some sort of food with vegan haggis at the Six Nations, actually. Really a fun event. Yeah, well, you know, but then again, you never know what's in a real haggis, so I don't know. Life is like a dish of haggis. You never know what you're gonna get. Is that what Forrest Gump said? Top distillery tours were Ardbeg, Lafroy, Kilchoman, and Dundereth Abbey. Nice. Thank you for the advice. My girlfriend really likes whiskey, so we might go to some distillery or two. I kind of like it too, although I'm more into fancy rums, I guess. But I like whiskey too. Fan animatic for a musical series and a project for a group of friends doing. Cool. What part of Scotland will you be visiting? Mainly Edinburgh and Glasgow. My sister lives in Glasgow, but Edinburgh is kind of cooler, so. Yeah. So I'm painting this a kind of warm or neutral brown. Gray is the color, not brown. So I'm mixing some Citadel Mechanica Standard Gray with some black, and I'm painting that into the crevices and deepest folds of a little buddy. Her lovely dress. Okay, so Elinore, however you pronounce that, might be the best option there, I guess. Keep that in mind. Thank you for the advice, Coslato. It's much appreciated. What, did it get a little dark there? So the buttons for eyes, I'm going to paint those black. And the mouth, shading underneath her chin. I always really gotta think when I speak of the chin and the cheeks and stuff, like in the face, because like the words just seem kind of opposite to Swedish ones. So like, wait, chin, yeah, right, that's the chin. Like somehow just always gonna think a little bit before speaking about those. Especially really unintuitive because in Swedish, the Swedish wrist or vrist is not the same as the English wrist. Like our wrist is like the ankle. Really messes with your heart. Clydeside Distillery. That's good to know. Like, neither of us have a driver's license, which is kind of a shame, I guess, sometimes when you want to like go into, if you want to go on a little road trip, although like driving a car on the wrong side of the road could potentially be a bit of a mind screw anyway, so any of you guys got any cool gaming in lately? I'm gonna use pure black to shade the deepest recesses. All the S's of the miniature. I always want something in a miniature to be pure black and something to be very, very, very bright. Sometimes that's just going to be a minor detail, but I always want that whole spectrum of value. Not on every part of the miniature, like I won't highlight and shade every material up to white and down to black. This is it's a style you can go for if you wanna, and it could look really cool. But like we don't have to strive for realism, but I generally just like let some areas be this very dark shadow and some really bright. Obviously, shinier materials will go further in that value, how do you say it? Value curve, I guess. Actually, there is a little bit of like these pre-assembled models, it can be a little bit more tricky to remove some more lines, but they are really nice quality. And there weren't that much. See, I just went for it and scraped on a already undercoated and painting progress miniature. But like I found a little more line I'd missed and I didn't want it there. So I just scraped it off and then covered up immediately in paint. I think we're gonna be fine. Like ideally you want undercoat under every part of the miniature, but that area is not gonna see much wear and tear. So like if you pick up the miniature, that's not gonna be where you touch it. So it should be fine after, especially after a layer of varnish. And then construction says no mini gaming, except we did a little 90s themed LARP to save a video rental story. It was cute. That sounds awesome. Gotta save that rental story. Sounds like yeah, it sounds like a real adventure. Nice. Yeah, the 90s are a little bit in right now, aren't they? Like, Stranger Things is still trucking, but I feel like maybe the 80s are on their way out. What do you think? So Mechanica Standard Gray on its own. And I think we're gonna go back and add some midtones in that because the contrast is too stark. Plus has just been playing some TTRPG games. TT being tabletop simulator maybe? Or tabletop RPG games maybe? Yeah, I haven't played a lot of Malifaux, but I've played a little bit and played a couple of games with Marcus and Hoffman in Arcanists. A lot of fun. It's fun trying Hoffman in Arcanists now that I played him in Guild. A lot of fun putting the diesel engine on him. Makes his construction claw extra scary. And I know there's a lot of talk about his death laser, which is really good, but that construction claw is very handy. Heh, that was not an intended pun. Sorry about the noise in the background. I don't know if it's picked up, but there's some drafts. The door isn't completely shut because that would make kitty cat sad. And got some windows open because I don't want to melt, even though it's a little bit less hot today. Character creation. You know, character creation feels like really nice streaming content. So much just fun just creating characters. Well, I personally mostly like done it in like games like Baldur's Gate, but played some D&D and other games too. Yet to play Through the Breach, but if someone near me ever wants to throw a game, I'm gonna jump in the chance. Although I think I realized one reason I'm not maybe super into tabletop RPGs. Like, I love tabletop RPGs, don't get me wrong, but I very easily get restless playing them. And I think I've realized kind of part of why that is, and that's because I have trouble visualizing things, creating images in my head and such. Like, if I read a book, I don't see my own image of the characters in my head. It's more abstract than that. And like, without visual stimuli, I can get a bit restless. Which is part of the reason why like audiobooks work much better for me than just reading, because I can just sit and paint as well. Cool. Yeah, it's nice to have Play Weird back after a hiatus. And it's going to be really fun seeing what everyone's going to paint on their streams. Guslado, do you know what you'll be painting? Is it secret, or do you want to spoil that a little bit? I'm curious. Yeah, likewise. I don't, yeah. Okay, so highlighting with Dawnstone. Maybe just mixing Dawnstone and Standard Gray together a little bit to get a mid-tone there. Mid-tone highlight. Pretty deco. 1 crew from every faction painted by the end of the year. That's a really cool goal. Nice. Yeah, I played a bunch of Perdita now, and I put her on the shelf. It's like, I think, like I really enjoy playing her, and I think it's gone fairly well. Other than getting thrashed by Radek and Caleb at the Six Nations. I really like Perdita. Just like have so many crews I want to paint and play. But I really gotta finish painting the Perdita crew because like it's painted to tabletop standard, but I wanna put in a little bit of extra effort on them. We'll see when I get around to that. Santiago, cool. I really like Santiago. The great model. Really nice in game and really nice miniature. There's something about miniatures with a trigger in every suit that just speaks to me, you know? Like, he's got 4 different triggers on his guns. And I love it. Oh, well, that's nice. Glad to hear there's an influx of new players. We had some too in Gothenburg and other parts of Sweden, so that's really fun. I'm actually gonna hold a tournament in Gothenburg. I think it's the 20th of August. If anyone happens to be in Sweden, the end of August, come play some Malifaux. So I was like, hey, I want to play in another tournament. Guess I'll make one, you know? So I'm planning to play in that one myself too. And should be a lot of fun. I feel like being a TO, you can still play. It can be a lot of work, so playing might not be ideal. But sometimes, like, if you want to play in a little tournament and there's no tournament coming up, you can just make one, right? Maybe people can help out, and you'll manage. Guess you could also like take turns. These little puppets have some real attitude, and I love them. Oswaldo says, I only play in tournaments if there's an odd number. plays a ringer against whoever has the bye so that they still get a game in. Yeah, and that is totally fair, and that's how I usually do it as well, and that's how I like to do it. But sometimes you're like, hey, there's no tournament here in this area during this period of time, and I want to play. And I'm thinking, just make one and ask people to like maybe contribute a little bit, and you can play if you want to. Like giving yourself prizes could potentially be a little weird. Dialogue to be had there. Like I wouldn't want to give myself a prize, but yeah. TOs should get cred, and sometimes TOs just want others to have fun and build a community, and they'll play in other tournaments, but I don't feel like playing TO is such a weird thing either. Can be a bit of a strain on your brain, but yeah. Oh, that's cool. We had a tournament this weekend in Sweden, but that was one day up in Umeå, and that's like 12 hours by train. You can fly, but it gets a little expensive. Don't always have the opportunity to do that. No, it was won by, or I think it was won by Joachim, part of our team, and also Swedish champion, and I think he won with his 10 Thunders. That's cool. I want to say Misaki and Shenlong, but I'm not entirely sure. Getting some harsh sunlight coming through. Sorry. Solo Misaki. Cool. Lichud's Phylactery. Hey, is that you, Joachim? Hello there. Insert Ewan McGregory GIF. Okay, it's someone else. Mysterious. A little bit of sunlight coming through the curtains, disturbing our visuals. Why you gotta be so bright, Summer? Well, phylactery is there to provide knowledge. Thank you. Always fun with people's Twitch handles, like keeping track of people's names and their nicknames, and sometimes they have several nicknames. Well, I'm guilty. Sometimes it's hard. You know, why didn't we paint a horsey at the same time? Well, I'm thinking maybe we want a different color on the horsey because like it looks like the same gray in the artwork, but maybe that's a little samey. What do you think? Do we want to maybe paint the horse in a different gray? Oh God, sorry about that. I've forgotten to mute that. Recipe 1, Colette 1, Ivan. Cool. Light gray, light blue gray. Yeah, I think we should do that. Recipe 1 is almost like recipe 3 now. That's pretty fun. It's like few people were playing recipe 1. Then we got recipe 2. And then suddenly they reworked recipe 1. So it's kind of like Christmas Wonderland, right? Recipe 1.5. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the new recipe is pretty cool. Seems cool anyway. I haven't faced her. I've tried recipe 2 once and I've faced her once. Did you play in the tournament? Yeah, this is fair. I like how recipe was given more movement, but in a way that still feels thematic, but like winds and ice pillar shenanigans. Yeah, who doesn't like friends? Like, she's got cool friends. And they got armor. Mixing a little bit of white into the Dawnstone for further highlighting. Like along the most extreme edges. I don't know if extreme is the right word, but you know, always want to leave some some of the previous layers showing and working up brighter. Grays and blues is where it's at with this one. Putting out Asper as part of an attack and not its own thing, that always felt like low values of AP. I guess. Was her putting out ice pillars was free action though, right? I think that was a pretty alright free action, I feel. Yeah, the Master's free actions, they vary quite a lot in how good they are. That's of course balanced a bit by the rest of the cards. Like Kirai 1 has I've got your back, which you very often don't even use, but then Kirai is Kirai, and she gets a pretty beefy totem, so don't know if people even still play Kirai 1. I think probably she has her place. That was a bit of a tangent. Shatter. Destroy a totem? Oh. Was it? Okay. Yeah, I really don't recall. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Destroy an ice pillar as a bonus. Hmm. Yeah, it's a little counterintuitive. Maybe. That kind of works if it's like Hoffman too. Like for bonus, his bonus can it moves a pylon, and then with a trigger you can destroy it for like really cool effects if you want to. But the bonus still does something else. More efficient design. Of course it's gonna be efficient design. It's the goddamn inventor, right? Did I mention I like Hoffman? But I actually had a lot of fun playing Perdita too, but it felt like my local opponents maybe didn't think it was quite as fun as I thought. The amount of cards you cycle and draw and the amount of focus and pushes and whatnot, it can feel a little bit unfair. Perdita 2 is pretty crazy. Yeah, that is a fair assessment. But they're okay with Hoff. I think they find him annoying too. But the Hoffman crew doesn't like. Have you like? I feel like the Perdita stuff. It looks more broken. The crazy amount of cards you can draw whilst focusing and do like there is so much free stuff, so much efficiency. But yeah, Hoffman's really good. I'm annoyingly missing Neil Henry. I already have Willie, so that's I don't know how I'm gonna solve that. Like more, I don't know, extra Willie. Okay, so I think we're soon gonna move to painting the horse. Um, Yeah, I think so. Okay, so maybe some Citadel Dark Reaper. Kind of blue-gray. Leaving this almost black, darker gray in the little crevices and indentations up top, like near that detail. Is that chain? I don't know. It's a nice blue gray to go for, I think. Kind of a little bit of a greenish tint. Then we're moving into Citadel Rust Gray. Mix that together with some of the Dark Reaper. And paint the areas that look like they get lit more from this cool main. We're gonna do some OSL later too. Object source lighting. And we can grab some black paint and thin black paint, adding it into these little indentations of the mighty steed. So the mechanical rider is nice. Certainly the more subtle rider in what it does. Drawing cards, giving out suits, reactivating, getting out markers. Not really got the offensive capacity as the other riders do. Still no slouch in combat, but more of a support piece. Bringing out the rust gray and pure rust gray this time. Highlighting the edges. I hope there's gonna be a puppet Leviticus. Be really cool to go with these. Like Leviticus Cry of Blood, that is, on the horsey. Then you kind of need puppet waves too. Rusty puppets. There is a rusty puppet. Yeah. Like in the Puppet Wars box, right? Yeah, I remember it being a nice model. Yeah, so there already is that. True. And could just highlight this further with Fenrisian gray, or just do as I did and pick some of the white on the palette and add that to the rust gray. And you got brighter color, which is pretty much Fenrisian. There are bound to be similar ones if you're using another paint brand. I do like Vallejo myself. Also kind of like Reaper. Indeed. And then we have yet to paint We're going to highlight and shade the metals. And we're going to paint the reins. So I'm painting the reins with Citadel dried bark. Pretty cool, cold brown color. Could go with something more saturated if we wanted to contrast with this, but I think we're gonna, no, I'm just gonna go for the cool colors. As in cold. Just brown, it's not the coolest thing in the world. Warmer blue in the horse's hair main work. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go for a turquoise. So kind of warm-ish. Like not a super green turquoise, but yeah. I'm gonna go for something that really sticks out. And really pops. So yeah, that's good. Good idea. Yeah. We've got some turquoise here on the palette for this very purpose. And if we feel like it just needs more warmth, we could just glaze it, I guess. Arcanist blue. It's not a bad call. I like your idea too. I'll just try what I got on the palette first. See if we like that. So I highlighted the leather with some Steel Legion drab, and now I'm using some Rackar flesh. I want it to look worn, so doing this kind of rough edge highlights. Special for basing. Yeah, I was actually pondering maybe doing a magnetized base because like of the very varied visual themes of Arcanist. Like as an Arcanist player, you kind of have the choice of going with something cohesive on the bases or just mixing it up, because there's a whole lot of strong implied theme in a lot of the Arcanist crew is like, you can try and make it cohesive, or you can just go wild. I feel like this lady would look really cool with like a winter base, or maybe with some orange rust, like a scrapyard base to contrast. That would also look nice, I think. But I could do several different bases and just like use the magical power of magnets. We got a bit of fabric here. I'm gonna paint black. What base would you do? Also, I'm kind of seeing our like a scrapyard base with orange rust and wintry base. Maybe, oh, also thought of maybe doing like some railway track going up into the air, like a little twisted, as if it's, sort of affecting the world around it, the metal around it, and there's a piece of railway track that is just twisting up, and then I don't know, it's difficult to describe. Just like some railway jutting out of the ground into the air. Could look cool, I think. Cracked cobblestones with a similar color to my highlight remain shining out. Sounds cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Decided I'd do the black highlights in the same color as the puppet itself. And this little piece of fabric from the spear. Okay, so a little bit of silver. Edge highlight the spear first of all. This is Stormhost Silver from Citadel. Just painting it along the edges. For some reason I've been rewatching, or actually I don't know why, but been rewatching Breaking Bad whilst working. Like I don't really have to pay all that much attention to the series since I've seen it before. And I guess I'm kind of eagerly awaiting the Better Call Saul finale. That series grew on me a bit. Better Call Saul, I feel like it's grown a bit since starting out. I didn't care all that much at first. It's pretty good. So mixing the silver with a little bit of black and highlighting, like doing a pretty simple blend really. Pretty uneven surface here at the end of the spear. What's the fanciest equipment in this wee puppet? I mean, probably gets the job done. And then we're highlighting the chain links. The light coming from above. Quite a bright chain. You can do this darker if you want to. Just picking out the just the top side. I was like, what's the opposite of underside? overside? The top side of the chain links. There we go. Fun thing with these puppet writers is that they're really neat, they're unique, they're cool alternative, but they're also certainly quicker to paint than the big ones. So if you're in a tight schedule, maybe pick up a wee puppet instead. You'll get bonus points for cuteness. Maybe people don't want to kill the puppets because they're so cute. If every miniature in your crew is really cute, maybe none of them will get hurt. Requires more testing. It's theory. Okay, so time for a turquoise, I guess. Some fuel. And let's put some turquoise on that mane. Fiery mane. I think maybe we're gonna give the puppet's eyes a little bit more attention later. They're a little, yeah, hastily painted. Whole upper part of the face deserves a little bit more attention, but we can give it that whilst this turquoise base coat dries. One thing you can do is certainly to lay down all the base coats first to get more of a feel for your color scheme. I just really like doing one color at a time. No real right or wrong here, in my opinion. Try not get any turquoise on the spear tip, although a little bit would probably be fine since we're kind of gonna make some subtle, maybe glow effects. This plastic is bendy, so you can actually gently bend the spear away like that. The spear is a bit bent. I can maybe try and bend it a little bit back to shape later, but it was a little bit bent at first. You can just put in some boiled water and adjust it a little bit too if you wanna. If your spear is bent. One thing we could do is pick out the threads of the puppet's eyes in some different color. What do you think of that? Guess we could, like, if we really want to make a pot, we could like red or orange or yellow thread even. What do you think I should do? No opinions? Don't be shy. Extra highlight on the eyes doesn't hurt. Hey, you don't have to apologize for lurking. That's totally fine. But hello again, McLaughlin. Cleaning is a very responsible thing to do. I applaud you. We're certainly making progress here. Yeah, she's cool. glad you like her. Or it, I guess. Okay, so let's... The first turquoise we used was Deep Ocean from Reaper, and now I'm using Marine Teal. To highlight the flames. The lower parts of them. Because the upper parts are going to be the darkest. Because that's just kind of how flames work. So we're going from dark to bright. And the lowest part's going to be the brightest. Next up on the stream, well, we've got quite a lot left of this one, but after this one, I thought we'd paint the Neverborn writer. Probably. So that's Famine. Painting some thin down turquoise on areas here that would Famine indeed. Yay, Famine! Yeah, we're gonna paint Famine. It's really cool. And then we'll have Death left. Not sure we'll do 3 horsemen in a row, but Death will come soon enough. That's worrying. As soon as I saw this Puppetpocalypse box, I knew I wanted to paint them. And I think so did Kimberly. Probably. If I recall correctly. They are so full of character. Which puppet is my favorite? I mean, it's a tough question. Like, War looks really badass, and it knows it. But I don't know. Which puppet is your favorite? I think Kimberly's is Famine, if I recall correctly. But I'm glad it could inspire. Yeah, like Famine's horse got such attitude. Like, look at that horse. This horse is more like that derp. And yeah, horse is the war horse. Scary looking fella. Oh god, it's difficult picking a favorite. It really is. Maybe it's easier once I've painted all of them. So this might seem a little counterintuitive, me highlighting this in one gray and then going over and like changing all that color, but I'm just doing it in some spots that in my mind, from what I can see and like deduce from the angles and stuff, would get brightened up by the mane, the fiery mane. Famine and death. Which is your favorite? I choose famine. Choose death. It's fun where you're trying to pick between all these horrible things. What's your favorite apocalyptic taste? Oh, I don't know. Maybe famine. Jeez. I think my favorite apocalypse is kind of like, oh, is it a good old zombie apocalypse, or maybe good old robots decide, AI decides that humans are unworthy, evil motherfuckers and need to be wiped out? I don't know how that likely that apocalypse is, but it's certainly one of my favorite flavors. So maybe the mechanical writer then. Doesn't look all that intelligent. Oops. I am talking so much shit, as usual. Okay, so time to move to brighter turquoise paints. And next up is Reaper Surf Aqua. I'm gonna mix that into the marine teal. Sorry, keeping all these paint names in your head does require a little bit of processing power. And my processor makes the noise. Maybe it's the fans. Maybe I should get that checked. Visited my family this weekend and celebrated my sister's son first 1 year birthday. So it's cool. Being an aunt is fun. He looked so concerned when they opened the door and I was standing there. He was like, oh no. like, Oh no, wait. Is this good? This can't be good. That was what it looked like when they opened the door. It Oh god. His mood did improve for a while. He realized that was okay after all. And some pure to serve aqua. So how is does anybody know why is conquest one of the four horsemen? Like, isn't that a little redundant when we got war? Or is it another type of conquest? I feel like if they came up with the four horsemen of the Puppetpocalypse today, it would probably be a bit different. Bye-bye. Like plague? Damn it. Oh, this is COVID, one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Hi, COVID. And the brightest points of what had you asked? Like, why is conquest one of them? or horseman. I've forgotten. Like, it feels kind of redundant. Is this some different kind of conquest than war? Like, I feel like I've known this, but I've forgotten. Sometimes you feel like a old computer that doesn't really have enough memory due to the biblical verses that describe him. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get that, but like, oh well. Turn impression. Okay, yeah. Thank you. That's fair. Taking away free will. Yeah, like maybe over one's body. Makes sense. Now I don't like you anymore, Puppet. Why you gotta do such mean stuff? Maybe you could do good and nice conquest instead. You consider nice conquest? I looked and behold, a white horse, and he who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer. I think later on the translation to pestilence became more fashionable. Cool. Thank you. We're learning about Christianity. Welcome to religion. Class. Mainland's phenomenal. Thank you very much. I'm really stoked to hear that. Good omens change pestilence to pollution. Yeah, that does ring an apocalyptic bell. I kind of liked Good Omens, the book, although I think it did get a little bit bored of it. Like before the end, like it, I don't know why. Like I didn't have, yeah, but it was pretty good. Is Good Omens a TV show good? I've heard it's decent, right? Kind of looking forward to Sandman. Really enjoyed the Sandman audio drama. I am glad you think so, guys. We're going to go further, adding white. Don't buy Citadel whites. Like I'm still using Citadel whites because I want to use them as long as I can, because otherwise it's like totally wasted money. So I like the first season. Okay, maybe I will give it a watch sometime. Friend of mine raved about the Sandman audio adaptation. Yeah, like I've to be fair, I've read very little of the comics. I read a bit. It's a really nice audio adaptation. Great thing to listen to while painting. Going straight to white here, and I'm gonna glaze that down, I think, and then go back to white again. Somehow I'm like having this side better. It's fine, I guess. I mean, at the front, kind of. One thing we could do is maybe add a little bit of purple, like on the tips, like the dark purple. Almost as if the smoke is a little purple. Smoke of this fire. That could look cool. Purple and turquoise is always a really mysterious, arcane combination, in my opinion. Hello, Spiredine. Nice seeing you here. We're conquering this piece of plastic with paint. That was bad. I'm sorry. If I didn't have mute on? If you didn't have mute on. Oh, I got a bit worried there. Don't scare an old lady like that. I can obviously not read properly. So Spiredine, I was pondering maybe painting the threads like in the excess of threads in the middle of her eyes in like a different color. Like maybe like a warm purple or pink or orange or red. I think maybe could look cool. What do you think? I mean, the mane is the main attraction of this miniature. There's no doubt about that, but I like painting turquoise flames, you guys. It looks so cool. Forgive me. I like painting little embers like this. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but like little white dots or yellow, like bright yellow if you paint regular fire. Red lenses with a blue glow behind them. So blend red edges too. There are no lenses. Like they're two buttons with thread holding them there. So I was pondering painting the buttons in some other color. Yeah, I can see that. But they're round buttons. Two different color patterns. No, that would be madness. Madness, I tell you. They're more black in the artwork. Oh no. It's been raining quite a lot here too. But not currently. Actually see the sun right now. Mixing in a little bit of a dark purple into, yeah, turquoise for the upper part of this. Looks pretty nice. Back to painting bridges. Painting bridges? Maybe like a cold red would be good for the buttons. Cabin fall event. Nice. Sounds like a lot of fun. You should make some cabin terrain. Like Evil Dead cabin stuff. It'd be cool. It's fun telling people what they should do. Yeah. It is kind of nice to have a few chillier days. At least when you're just sitting at home painting. Although I hope that heat's gonna be back soon. A weird category, games plus demos. Yeah, it's probably just still on the RPG category. But like it's very easy to forget those, and sometimes they seem a little sticky, those categories. Some highlighting underneath the spear seems like a reasonable thing to do. More turquoise there. Oh no, the lag. Sorry, you're lagging. Yeah, I don't think it's on our end. Yeah, let's do red button eyes. So, where's that cold dark red? There we go. Bringing out some Citadel Corn Red. Repainting the buttons in that. Maybe this will look wonky as heck. Well, maybe it did, but like I don't. don't think that's an issue, really. Probably it doesn't make that much of a difference. With the category. Does this just look bad? I mean, they are button eyes, but so I guess they are wonky eyes, but we want it to look good, right? And some Wazdaka red, strange name. So like corn red, Wazdaka red, they're Citadel's colder reds. As opposed to Mephiston and stuff. It looks funny in 160p. I can imagine. That's not ideal. I think I kind of like this because it makes her eyes look, makes them stand out. Otherwise, the face kind of disappears and you mostly see the mane. 360p, moving up in the world. Well, I don't know. I think maybe we're pretty much done. Other than the, well, you know, the base. The challenge with making bases for these is that you kind of want enough going on so that it doesn't look just super tiny and lonesome on a 50 millimeter base. But you also don't want to overpower the miniature. Like you want the rider to the horse pup to be the main attraction. So the base will be made off stream because there will be a lot of curing time of milliput and green stuff and stuff. And as I said, I might even do several bases for this little bugger to fit into several different crews. We'll see. All about the base indeed. Well, at least half. Some people say a base is half the model. I'm not sure it's half, but it's not that far off. Not really. I used to finish my Rotten Harvest rider box. That's nice. Cool. Did you take a group picture? Crew shot. We need it. Group pictures are the best. I've been going back at times doing some group pictures of some Malik folk crews that never really got any proper ones. Deserve their time in the spotlight. I should snap some deep group pic. Need to pick your next word project. Yeah, what do you think it will be? Teaching a friend basic painting. That's nice, Spiredown. So you guys, you think this is done? Maybe? Like asking for your blessing. Sometimes off stream, I do find little things to tweak. Just looking at the miniature a little bit more closely. Okay, if I just really zoom in here, I think we could give it just a tiny bit more attention on the face. Okay, this is, ow. Not the best for my neck there. Makantu. By that, you could mean McMorning or McCabe. You know, could be either of them. Yeah, Spiredown asked me, like, maybe I should buy Cadmus. I was like, no. You, no? That's maybe not good. I should maybe just say, yes, buy all the things. I don't know. I've got a habit of, if anyone says they're thinking about Cadmus, I'm like, no, you, no. Nothing to do at all with them being scary, creepy creature, insect thingies. Yeah. Cadmus is wrong. Don't do it. Good thing I'm not in marketing. Well, 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 you say that, but Yeah, so maybe a little bit of a bit more glaze on the spear tip. And I think this mean / very kind puppet gal is done. Turned out pretty cool, right? Oops, that's my hand. Yeah. I like it. Well, still got some time, so I do have a little sparks here, and just do a little bit of painting on them. Lying around here. So Lichid's Phylactery was our latest follower, by the way. That's nice. Just refilling the wet plot with a little bit of water. And where did that go? I will not burn down the internet while you are away, I promise. Let's do this. Thanks to burn down the internet. Yeah. Light on fire now. Yeah. Yeah, but only partly. Only the part of the internet that I got at home. So it's all right. Okay, let's give Spark some pants. Normally I start with the skin, but now I'm just painting pants. And the metals are already painted. That's because Sparks is so prepared. What? So where did my survivor go? I had a gremlin survivor here. Did it go around surviving somewhere? Oh. Kind of want to give Spark some nice, cocky dangaroos. I think that's going to be good. First he was afraid, he was terrified. Sparks fixed the internet, by the way. So it's really fun painting with you guys again. It's going to be every other Tuesday that I do this. And on the Play Weird stream. And the other weeks where I'm not streaming, this is because Weird are mixing up the different content. The other weeks I might do some streaming on my own streaming channel. Sparta, you got him, Snitch. Snitches get stitches. Golare har inga polare och så vidare. Why you gotta be like that? And where did that miniature go? My gremlin survivor ran away, apparently. Hope I don't find it underneath my foot. Yeah, I mean, I just had Sparks lying around, so figured, like, what the hell? Why not? And I'm painting speed paints, digging them. Nice? How are they compared to Citadel contrast paints? If you've tried those, like kind of similar. I know there's some weird thing with the Citadel contrast paints that they're kind of different kinds of Citadel contrast paints, but they don't really, like, there are almost 3 different ways they can behave, but they don't really advertise it as such. Like, some are very saturated, some are very unsaturated, and some of the new ones, they just seem to do a flat color really well. Never used contrast paint. Okay. Yeah. I kind of like contrast paints for some things. I kind of like them through the airbrush as well. It's kind of nice. Like, you can do zenithal undercoat, and then you can paint them in contrast. And for larger models, the airbrush works very well for that. It's a little trickier for a smaller models, like I'm not sure. I do it on Sparks with an airbrush, but totally like do zenithal undercoats and then paint with contrast paints or Army Painter Speed Paint, because I think they're pretty similar kinds. I'm betting Army Painter is cheaper. Doesn't necessarily mean they're worse. Certainly not. I think they are cheaper, at least. I'm not sure. The G-Dubs ones come in these slightly larger pots. Hi, Viruk. Nice having you here. We finished the writers, so just picked up Sparks sitting around here on my painting table. Bedtime for kiddos. Okay. Good night, kids. Okay, maybe I could have done a darker skin base coat here and then worked up from that. This is perhaps a little counterintuitive, but well, this is where we're at. Decisions were made. Why are you gonna be like that? Be nice to Sparks. Sparks is a very nice guy. I think the story about behind Sparks is just charming. Everyone just likes him. Except Varric. A drinking game. Sounds very family friendly. Can we do it with soda pop? What's your idea for the drinking game? The amount of times I derail? The amount of times I drop my brush? The amount of times I say I'm hungry? I'm hungry, by the way. Take bets on whether I'm drinking Coke or iced coffee. Right. Oh, he's got some bandana going. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of drinking. I think it fits there pretty well. I actually didn't mention that once I was at the dentist and they were examining, and the dentist, she said I could open my mouth more than anyone else she'd examined. I didn't quite know what to make of that. That's yeah. That's something you could say as a dentist. I, Catherine Lama, hello. I would advise against drinking paint water. Part snake. Possible? That sounds pretty cool. Part snake. From House Slytherin. Maybe I can even talk to snakes. Would be cool. I think it's a pretty heavy drinking game if it's every time I do the brush licking thing. Oh, here's the survivor. You used to talk to snakes. Were you having a nice time? Did you understand each other? Are you the Finnish Harry Potter? Gremlin Survivor. Someone should do a Gremlin Survivor cover. If I'm a survivor, or survivor is probably what it's called. Gremlin Survivor, they gonna get you. Some pneumatic rifle. Yeah. I need to make some railroad bases. Where'd the glue go? There. Why did you talk to the snakes? Did you think you were Harry Potter? Were you lonely? Were the snakes nice? I've got questions. Showed it. My new toys. Titta snoken. Aw. That's pretty cute. Titta snoken. That was a bad Swedish accent. I'm sorry. Kitty? Not you? It's a king. Yeah. Kitty Cat's joined us. She's probably like, where's the food? Beep. Try to figure out what is skin, what is not on this guy. Okay. So that is skin, I think. Every time the cat demands food. Yeah. He's actually left me alone almost the whole stream. Oops, that's metal. That was probably a metal shoulder too. Can paint over that. Now she's eating a cardboard box. Next best thing, apparently. Although she stopped quickly. Maybe that's because I'm cardboard box chaining her. Possibly. So this arm actually, yeah, I'm gonna remove it because it didn't come on entirely in the right place. I think it shifted a little bit after I put it in place there with glue. Luckily, that also meant it was easy to remove. That's good. Wait. No, I think I painted that correctly. Yeah. I want to go for a kind of toned down-ish, yellowish green. My sparks. Yes, we will indeed be wrapping up soon. That's my info. As I said, I will be streaming on Play Weird every other Tuesday. So next time I'm streaming here is going to be the 19th of July. And when I'm streaming on my own channel, I'll make sure to let you know. I can post about it on the Weird forums. Yeah. Tomorrow, Haunted's going to be painting here, and that's going to be really cool. Unfortunately, gonna be busy myself, but you can also watch the streams on YouTube afterwards if you feel inclined. So I might just do that. That's nice to hear. Yeah. I'd been pondering doing my own stream in the meantime, but I guess I kind of took some time off streaming, and I think maybe I needed that, but it's really fun to be back. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. And thanks a lot for hanging out with me painting this cool mechanical puppet rider conquest. It's been a lot of fun. And take care.